I want to talk to you today about the idea of ZenFlow as an operating system to live your life. What the heck is it? What is it about? What is Dr. Sherry talking about now? Blah, blah, blah. I will get to it, but first, welcome to my channel, Infinite You. I am Dr. Sherry, and I am really, really passionate about my purpose to help anyone who is tuned in and ready to listen and ready to evolve, ready to tune into their potential and ready to live their best life, manifest their life with ease and flow and connection and clarity and soul fueled confidence and aligned action so you can conjure and create whatever it is you dream of and desire. I would say that my channel and my intentions really are about touching the hearts and minds and souls of purpose driven seekers, people who are hearing the whispers and feeling the nudges of their soul, but they're not quite maybe committed yet. But I mean, we're all moving in that direction. So you may be that person. And for sure, I adore and love heart centered spiritual entrepreneurs who are ready to create and have amazing, fantastical impact on the lives of others. We're all raising the collective consciousness. We're helping others with impact, with a product, a service, or some really cool creative download that sources told you to bring through in a beautiful way. And the consequence of that is that you get to receive money, energy, money, right, in the form of your bank account growing like mad, right? So there's part of that too. So if you are on the journey to have impact and uplift the collective consciousness, this video is right for you. So I started this video talking about this idea of Zen flow. And I definitely have been feeling like I wanted to make this video for a long time, but I didn't have the words for it yet. And the background, the backstory of this is that it really came to me, what really came to me, you know, honestly, like at the very, very beginning, full disclosure, is that I guess this is a bigger backstory than I thought. I'll try to make it fast. Even though I definitely have been tuned into manifesting and mindset for a very long time, um, we're all human, and I still had many, many things that I needed to learn about life and myself and how that all worked. And, I definitely came from a background that definitely had a little bit of dysfunction, a little bit of trauma, and a lot of things going on, coupled with very specific programming about the way that I was told that life worked and the way that I needed to behave and, conform and all of that stuff. So I'm giving you like this broad, like general, like picture, like of parts of me where parts of me when I was spiritually aligned and like doing and studying and creating what I felt like my soul wanted to be, do, and have an experience. It was amazing and I was fine. Like I've done a lot of cool things in my life, but there were other parts of me that, still were in that process of, understanding and discovering myself, like post trauma, post near death experience, um, and then post programming. I don't know how much of it all goes away, but we learn to navigate it, flip it, live with it, release it, whatever, rewire it, whatever the case may be. But I think for me, like a couple of things really held on for me. And one of them was the idea that we've been living in, at least for sure in Western culture, probably more like American culture, I imagine, where it definitely is action oriented. The most responsible, best thing that you can do is take action, take action, take action. There is no time to stop and breathe. And you just push, push, push. I know that there are people that can do it. I know that men are brilliant at doing that. And I have come to believe that I don't think women are as brilliant at doing that. There are physiologic reasons for it. There are evolutionary reasons for it. I'm about to go off on a tangent and I will get back to flow. But I want to say it this way. When women are stressed out, when any human is stressed out, the adrenals release cortisol, the stress hormone, right? And then cortisol eventually is, absorbed back into the body and everything works out fine. Men have a much higher tolerance for higher levels of cortisol in their body, and they don't metabolize it the way that women do. And so for women to have an ongoing, prolonged, intense stress response with higher cortisol levels, the effect that it has on a female body is not the same as a man's. There's a reason why women are diagnosed with autoimmune deficiencies at a rate like 9 to 10 times more than men are, right? So it's real. It's a real thing. And so I found myself feeling like a couple of things, that being and meditating and doing chakra work and all that flowy, beautiful, feminine energy stuff of stillness and being in nature and reflecting, I saw that as being very separate from the masculine, fiery energy of going and doing and making it happen and da 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 da. And so I saw them as separate. And so I would switch modes. So I would be in the mode of like forcing things to happen and working really hard and da da da, and all the stress and hard work and 80-hour weeks and all that stuff and blah blah blah. And I'd be like, but it's okay. Like I can go back into my dreamy, world of like feminine energy and like nurture my yin within. And that is really how it all started for me. I got sick, went through the process of like really trying to tune into my body and give her whatever she needed to heal, like on a physical level, emotional level, mental, intellectual level, spiritual level, like all of the auric bodies, right? The etheric body and emotional body and mental body and causal body. I missed one, astral body, right? So like the aura, like I really was doing everything alternative, everything I could think of to heal my body. And not even just think of, but like intuit from source, right? Like we have answers that we can, channel from source as well. And so, I was doing all of the work in a very, I think, spiritually responsible way. And so I knew that yin was something that for sure Western women needed, and that being and taking a break and having moments of stillness and meditation were not isolated self-care events, right? It was imperative to integrate that flowy feminine yin energy into that dominant fiery action oriented yang energy, right? The yin yang, right? The duality, the balance that we have, the way that we receive creative downloads and then bring them into physical form with the masculine energy. And so it began with nurture your yin within, and it was fine. It's all good. We all need that. We all need that. Um, but my spiritual entrepreneur women friends, they already had a lot of yin. And the ones that were, fiery masculine oriented, taking action, type A personality, overachiever, all of that stuff, they were on fire and didn't see the benefit of toning it down and going within. And so, there you have it, right? So, like, who are the people, to incorporate yin and make something of it? That is the burning question. However, the model that I was creating evolved, and it evolved into what I'm calling ZenFlow OS. It's an operating system for the way that you live your life and the way that you run your business, if you happen to be an entrepreneur, likely a heart centered spiritual entrepreneur. Um, yeah. And so, what is this idea of Zen flow? And you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's a way of living. That's why I'm calling it an operating system. It's not real. It's not, yes, it's about integrating feminine and masculine energy for sure. So that way, in life and business, if you're creating something really powerful, and it could be anything, it could be a dream, writing a book, creating a program, creating a product, creating a service, like anything that uplifts the human consciousness, anything that you want to deliver. And it could even be like, if you're teaching, if you're, engaging with other people, right? Like the idea of Zen flow is to create harmony within in the most beautiful way. So everything begins to flow and nothing feels separate. Because what I have noticed with people, human beings in general, we tend to compartmentalize everything that we have in our lives. So okay, I'm making this video right now. I'm going to finish the video. I've got to go do dishes. Well, I don't need to be, it's just a task and I don't really need to involve like the energy of who I am in doing the dishes. And then I'll go run outside and like play with the corgis, uh, or I'm going to go and create like a new funnel for a new program, right? And so we tend to be like, okay, now this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And they're not separate. It's all one and the same. It's really all about imbuing and entangling our personal consciousness and our soul into everything that we're doing because it feels really good. It keeps us from feeling separate. It keeps us feeling clear, feeling connected, feeling confidence to create whatever it is we want to bring into the world. And then, of course, because it's flowy and it's aligned and we're living in a consciously chosen higher vibration, it is so damn attractive. And when you begin to feel attractive, you attract. You attract whatever you want to come to you in that same vibration, in that same frequency. And I understand vibration and frequency are not the same thing. I will talk about that in another video. But I think the gist of it is this: when you feel good, you feel ease, you feel flow, you begin to see the magic around you, the serendipity around you. You begin to tune into yourself and your life and your level of consciousness and everything around you in such a beautiful, powerful, magical way. And so the idea of Zen flow is to just simply tune in, remember who you are, remember that when you choose to listen to your soul and lean into the higher aspect of who you are, your higher mind, your superconscious mind, and you don't have to stay there all the time. Like I have said before, it is not about perfection. It's not about doing everything right. It's really about just tuning into the infinite, expansive, powerful energy that makes you who you are. I cannot emphasize this enough. You are so darn magical. Your soul, on the other, not other side, but not in physical form, when you were not in physical form, you chose to come onto this planet to create. You intentionally came here. And that is a darn miracle. It is a miracle. And so when you're in flow, when you're tuned in, when you are aligned with knowing that a higher vibration feels good, and why not feel that way, right? Your soul feels that way all the time, and then we humans in our three-dimensional physical bodies, we have things going on, and not everything is perfect, and we have a good day and a bad day, and things kind of happen, and I understand that, right? We're not here to have like, this necessarily utopian life, right? Part of the journey is the physicality of it. And we don't know what will come up, and we don't know what challenges we may have to face, So I understand that. But at the end of the day, choose to be in flow, choose to stay connected, choose to infuse that beautiful feminine energy, that awareness into everything that you're doing, physically or taking action or otherwise with that masculine energy. That is at the heart of ZenFlow. I know for sure it creates magic and seemingly miracles for entrepreneurs who really have these amazing spiritual entrepreneurs, particularly, who have these amazing creative downloads, and they just want a seamless process to go from the idea, getting very clear on it, creating it with soul fuel confidence, and then like integrating it and handing it off into that masculine energy, where that fiery, confident energy coming from the solar plexus begins to put it all together in a very practical way so it can be in the world. Everything that you're doing, that you're saying, that you're feeling, that you're writing, that you're putting out there, everything is affecting the quantum field in a really powerful way. Even if you're writing a book and no one reads it, you're still putting it out there. There's energy in that, there's consciousness in that. Everything that you do matters in a really beautiful, powerful way. Remember who you are, dream really big, be intentional about staying in flow. I will definitely put something in the description box um, for my membership that I'm in the middle of rebranding. So I'm not going to put it out just yet, but I'll put something cool in the description box that you can, you know, see if it resonates with you. And let me think, what could it be? Something good, something delicious. Maybe a session with me, and for sure my link to my newsletter, so you can get more of this stuff, so you can get clear, so we can elevate the collective consciousness together, so you can powerfully create, so you can feel aligned, so you can feel flow, so you can be like zen life living amazing consciousness, wealth consciousness, abundance mindset, all of that really cool stuff. So if you like this video, I would love for you to hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and then check out those links that I have in the description box and see if it resonates with you. I will see you all next time. Namaste.